What is up, guys? It's your boy Narcos706 coming at you with another Nighty Stories. But you guys thought I was gonna say League of Legends, haha, but we're playing Gragas though. Alright guys, on the realest note, if you didn't read the title, you're gonna hear it from my mouth. This is about the story when I lost my virginity. Alright, let's get into it. When I lost my virginity, I was a sophomore in high school. Sophomore in high school, you're doing a lot. Your mind is elsewhere. But I had this girlfriend. Her name, we're gonna call her Hannah. Keep names secret on this channel. Hannah was a black girl. She was about 5'2", 5'3". I'm into short girls. But she was short. And her house was just, because we had sex at her house was just awful. She shared a room with her sister, so you can just imagine how awkward that was. But her parents were deaf, so there was no real problem at that. With her parents being deaf, it was just not an issue for me to come over. But in the first, alright, so I don't want to get into the meat of the story yet. We took things quite slow because my best friend, you guys know her name, Megan, she was in a relationship and she wanted us to wait to have our first kiss till after her and my friend Romeo did. And the reason I'm fine with this saying their real name is because they've been on the channel before. They don't care. But we're waiting for them. And then she was like, I don't care. Well, we were on the van from a after school program, and I just kissed her, and I was alright. And then I believe this was this was, oh yeah, I was supporting my girlfriend again, like a good boyfriend should. She was doing this thing for civics and economics class where she sells stuff, and then, you know, she did the same for me after I did it. But that day we did French kiss, as the people call it, and then I grabbed her ass for the first time. Her being not accustomed to this type of stuff was different because I was already accustomed to most of this. Most of it now. But when it came to like her kissing, she was alright at it. She was very alright at it. This room's getting steamy, bro, yo. Getting steamy in here. Alright, I'm laughing so hard because before I even decided to record this, I decided to tell my dad first. Because this is something you kind of keep secret from your family until they just like assume, or you guess they already know. But I was just sitting there stuck with my dad, like I would just choke up and zero clue why. But when it came down to business, we were at her house at the time. But we were at my house. We were at my house in North Carolina. Everybody knows about it. She came over while my stepmom was gone, but my stepsister was there. Now, my stepsister, she considered me to be an asshole to my girlfriend. I would joke around, push her around a little bit, you know, not too hard, you know, just give her a light push. And then, you know, she walked into my room, and she was on like a really loose shirt where you can see her chest. So I had her put on one of my shirts while we went outside and walked around. Had her come back in, and then I put my fingers in her private, vagina, yeah. And then this is just such an awkward story just to tell a mic, and whoever below me can hear me because I'm in the closet. But yeah, we did. And then I whipped my donger out, my Heimerdinger. I whipped it out, and then she touched it. Asked her if she wanted to slob on the knob. She I asked her, didn't want to press her. I didn't want to press her on anything. I never understood how people can pressure girls into doing things. I would laugh at the thought of me trying to pressure somebody into doing something. But yeah, but she did. She was like, all right, but what if I just put it in me one time? So, you know, I had her, reached under my, I had the weirdest hiding spots for my condoms from my family. One was like under the pillow. No joke, no joke. I had them under my pillow. So anybody could easily just walked over and just like flipped over the pillow and was just like, hey, look at these. But you know, they were under the pillow, so I went out, grabbed one. I'm not gonna say what brand because, you know, brand's not sponsoring me yet. Upset. But you know, I went over there, I grabbed them, put it on, let her hop on it one time. Then she got right off and got nervous, and then she did what she wanted to do. And then she put her clothes back on, went back out in the living room. That day, I did get in trouble though, because my friend was coming over. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna prank him. You let him in, and then tell him to come to my room. And I was hiding in the closet, not that kind of hiding in the closet. But I would have hopped out, but she walked into my room, walked out, and my stepmom caught her. Oh no, she went in my room. But you know, from what she saw, she was in my room, and then me walking out, it was just a slew of problem. But alright, back on track to the story now. 6 minutes in. Say we got a good base of the story going. Let's continue. Now, as for the epic build-up to me and her having real sex for the first time, it was me, hopped on my bike. I remember we found condoms in a wallet that was outside. They weren't poked in, of course, because I checked them. Then she took him, and then she took the wallet at that. And I'm like, why do you need the wallet? And she just wanted the wallet. It's cool with that. So she had a set of condoms at her house. And when I rode over there, this was not the intention, but it happened that way. So her sister, you know, never really enjoyed being in the same room as us until she realized, like, oh, this man can get money easily. And I started buying, like, chocolates and ice cream and stuff like that. But, you know, that happened. So I rode my bike over to her house. I believe I almost got bit by a dog yesterday. That reminds me, I have good dog stories. But I almost got bit by a dog that day as well. So I finished riding over there. And, you know, by the time I get there, we're just sitting down. We're playing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, of course. And, you know, I'm just, you know, anytime I'd die and she's, like, fighting the computer because it'd be boring just, like, keep constantly doing 2v2, 1v1s all the time. I would just, like, you know, just feel her vagina, you know, and then tickle it and, like, throw her off. And then her mom came in and signed to her because her parents were deaf again. Her parents signed to her, like, hey, we're gonna go out. It was only her dad there at the time. No, the dad left and the mom was there. So, you know, she was not allowed to close the door. Like, at all. Like, when I say she wasn't allowed to close she was not allowed to close the fucking door. And it was stupid how she wasn't allowed to close the door. Because her and her sister shared a room. Her mom has her under gay suspicion. Which ended up being true, because she did end up dating my best friend after me. Again, different story. But, you know, we went in the room. The dad left. And then, you know, we got tired of playing the games. We started making out. Nah. We didn't want to make it too obvious just in case the mom came in the back of the room. Her mom loved just walking in. Like, one time I was taking off my pants. This was, like, after the sex. One time I was taking off my pants. And then she was fixing the bed sheets. Her mom called her a whore for fixing bed sheets. Like, nigga, what? I keep, like, delaying the story epic part because, of course you want to delay it. This is a big part of the story. So, yeah, we ended up making out on her bed first. I say what makes the story weird was because we couldn't really take off our clothes because of her mom wanting to always coming back there. We had to figure out a good way to get our clothes on. She put on a dress. She was wearing a dress before I came over there, which was good. But I was wearing pants, and then I had sweatpants on under that. Mind you, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. That shit's hot. So, you know, I take off the sweatpants, I had gym shorts on that day. You know, so I just whip it out, and then I put the condom on. And then, you know, we just start freaking. And the thing is, it was really, really unenjoyable. Because you have to keep watch. You want to enjoy yourself, but you don't want to enjoy yourself too too much to where you come too early. But you know, after about a good 5 minutes of us doing it, that's right, I said 5 minutes because I didn't want to last too long. And then I blew my load, she blew hers. But the awkward part is where we did it. Like I said, key part of the story, her sister and her shared a room. And if you haven't guessed it by now, the best way to watch the door was from her sister's bed. Her sister's bed was like, they have a back door and then they have a door to the house. So they had her sister's bed was pointing towards the back door, so we'd lay like imagine the door like okay, Matt, look at your door. We had to lay sideways to that. There we go. So I could see straight out of the door. And then, you know, after we finished, I got off of her. Her mom came back in there when I stood up. Now, she didn't see anything. She saw her daughter laying down, and then her boyfriend sitting down. But she didn't say anything, which was quite the good thing. But about a few days later, the next time I came to visit her house, because, you know, I didn't have a car, I had a bike, and I didn't want to always ride over there because it took like an hour to get there by bike because of fucking traffic. Can you believe there was bike traffic in Charlotte, North Carolina? There was bike traffic, a real thing, because every car would be in your way. Bike traffic, my nigga, bike traffic is a real thing. But yes, her sister heard her and me. This is something she has yet to know, that we fucked on her bed before. And, well, guys, that's actually the story. Story of how Nightcrawler lost his virginity. A very awkward, intense moment. But I do have more sex stories, though. And it's actually with Hannah. Because I only, actually, to be truthful about you guys. To be truthful with you guys, I have only ever fucked one person in my life. And that is myself. And that is her. But if you guys did enjoy the story, please make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more Nighty Stories. I don't know what our thumbnail would be for this. It's gonna be something weird. Alright guys, see ya.